Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, we had a conversation with Inui, and, more importantly, we talked with Sachin a little bit. And talking with Yumizuka is always nice, isn't it? It is. It is. If I sound a bit sniffly, or not sniffly, I try to mute that, or more congested or nasally than usual, even more than usual, it's because it's cold and I am sniffly. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? Second period is over. Our homeroom teacher, who is also our math teacher, calls out to me as he leaves. Tono, your documents are missing some details. Please go visit the office. It shouldn't take long, so I'll head to the office before third period starts. The office is on the first floor. The second year classroom is on the third floor, but I could make it back before third period starts if I run. I run. And run. And run. The impact floors me with a thud. Also, if I sound weirder than usual, it's because I've taken medicine. Hooray! It's, I think, technically alcoholic because it's very, very strong. So that's fun. I didn't take very much, but I am drinking alcohol as well because I'm an intelligent person. Anyway, my head hits something and the world swims before my eyes. Ow, 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 ow. I hear a voice nearby. It's a woman's voice that I've never heard before. It looks like I ran into someone. I'm sorry, are you all right? I still can't see my surroundings too well, but I apologize to the person I hit. Yes, I'm all right. How about you? Are you okay? There's no trace of accusation in that gentle voice. I don't know who she is, but it seems like she's worried about me. I'm also okay. This is another appearance, or one of the very, very few appearances by Miss not really appearing in this route. Yep. She had a decent amount of appearances in Akia's route, and I completely forgot about that until we played it. She never once appeared in Hisui's route. I think she does appear if you don't skip scenes, which is why she's appearing now. And I think she shares her appearances with Hisui and Kohaku's appearances, or her appearance in Hisui and Kohaku's route. I think. That sounds right in my head, yes. I shake my head and stand up, and my chair squeaks, squeaks, squeaks. Finally, I can see clearly. I'd be bothered to get a new chair that doesn't squeak, but my current chair is actually quite comfortable and I don't wanna. You really alright? Your forehead is swelling up. I feel a prickle of pain when I touch it with my hand. Just like she said, I'm developing a magnificent lump. I am so sorry. I was not paying attention to where I was going. Your forehead must hurt really bad, right? The female student gazes apologetically at my face. From the formal way she spoke, I assumed she was a first year, but from the color of her ribbon, I can see she's a third year. In other words, my senpai. No, it's fine, really. I'm the one at fault. I'm sorry for bumping into you, senpai. I lower my head in a bow. Come to think of it, you're right. You shouldn't be running the hallways, you know. There are people like me spaced out while looking down at the courtyard. Yes, I'll be more careful. Are you all right, senpai? Yes, I only fell. It's because you ran into the wall while trying to avoid hitting me, Tono-kun. Really? No wonder I'm seeing stars. I'm lucky to get off with just a bump after running into a wall at that speed. Sorry about that, but spacing out in a hallway is also dangerous, senpai. Yes, I'll be more careful. Senpai smiles and nods. It's an honest smile. Excuse me, I'd best be going. Beating the dust off my pants, I begin to walk towards the office. But the older student continues to watch me through her glasses. Wait, just who is she? I was distracted because I ran into her, but come to think of it, she's beautiful. If she's this beautiful, the male students would be talking about a third-year beauty wearing glasses. I'm going now. You should go back to your classroom too, Senpai. If you're already paying, please come to my class. I'm Tono from second year, third class. I'll take responsibility. She nods. Even though she's older than me, it's like dealing with someone younger. Alright. If anything happens, I'll come to your classroom at lunchtime. Remember, Shiki-kun, you mustn't run in the hallways. Okay, but you shouldn't space out in the hallways either, Senpai. With that, I wave my hand and leave. Wait. Shiki-kun. I haven't told her my first name. Come to think of it, did she use my name earlier too? Huh? Have I met you before, Senpai? Eh? Senpai cries out in surprise and mischievously puts on a depressed face. You're horrible, Tono-kun. You've forgotten about me? Forgotten? No, I don't think so. If I ever got myself involved with a beautiful woman like her, there'd be no way I'd forget. She looks up at me reproachfully. Those eyes, I'm sure I remember from somewhere, don't I? Come to think of it, we exchanged greetings once or twice before, didn't we? Ciel Senpai, right? I say her name apprehensively. Yes, and I'm glad you remember. You seem the type to space out and forget, Tono-kun. I don't think I space out, but there's nothing I can do about the fact that I forgot. Well then, goodbye. Let's meet again at lunchtime. Ciel Senpai bows again. I watch her walk down the hallway. It's lunchtime. Now then, where should I eat lunch? Well, first, I'm going to take a drink of water. Because it's much better for my throat than taking a drink of wine. Right? Supposedly. Let's see, we can go to the hallway to think about it. We can go eat in the cafeteria, or we can eat lunch in class, or bounce in my chair too much, or bounce my foot in my chair too much and cause my chair to squeak. Yes, my square to cheek. Let's see, we're gonna have... Right, oh right, we do have to do that. Right. Okay, we are going... Because we have to, we need flag M. And, yeah. So we're gonna eat lunch in class. Right? Yeah. It's lunchtime, and the class starts to liven up. You know, I just realized something. We get regard with Akiya for not going and investigating Ciel and going to class on time. How would she know about that? I know in the way that the flags and regard and whatnot work in this is more in line with what Shiki's mindset is, but still, it's also kind of handled in such a way that it is related to the person's opinion. So, yay? Nah, I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm tired, you know? It's been a long day. Some guys are dashing off towards the cafeteria, a group of girls are rearranging the desks to form a table, and some students are calmly leaving the classroom, boxed lunches in hand. I watched them while I set down the milk and bread I bought. Sheesh, not much of an appetite as usual, huh, Tono? This guy in front of me being here is already a part of my daily routine, and I'm not about to start complaining now. But man, what's up with us? Just the two of us eating lunch together? What kind of meal goes unaccompanied by a beautiful blossom? If you don't have any blossoms, why don't you join that group over there? I'm not gonna stop you. Idiot. When I say blossom, I mean a single beautiful blossom. Those girls making a group aren't good. They're poisonous rather than being beautiful. Arihiko's comment probably would have earned him some rocks thrown in his direction if the group of girls had heard him. I mean, I'd like to throw some rocks at him, but, well, I don't get that choice. Being a visual novel and not giving me enough choices, I want to throw rocks at Arihiko. Luckily, the girls in our class didn't hear his poisonous words. That's pretty harsh, Arihiko. I know you were a bad guy before, but haven't you been getting worse lately? You're surpassing merely bad and getting into deviant. Can't help it, can I? When there's a truly beautiful blossom in our school, my discerning eye grows more critical. That's, well, let's just further illustrate the point that I really don't like Arihiko. Huh? So, who is this beautiful blossom? That's a secret. I don't want more competition now, do I? Arihiko laughs with an ambitious smile over his face. Smile spilling over his face. As it is something I don't have, I'm a little impressed by his ability to express himself so frankly. And then, the person I just met comes in from the classroom door. With the boxed lunch in one hand, there is no way I can mistake her. Hello, Tono-kun? Mind if I interrupt? It's fine, of course. Smiling, CL-senpai brings over a chair and sits down naturally. Senpai, are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt at all. Even her smiling reply troubles me. You said to come here at lunch, so I thought it would be rude if I did not. It's true I said that, but what I intended to say was that she should come and I would take responsibility if she ended up being hurt. Senpai. Arihiko slams the table with a bang as he stands up. Huh, Inui-kun. Could it be that you and Tono-kun are acquainted? Yeah, we're more than casual acquaintances. Tono and I have been friends since we were kids. Right, Tono? You could even say we're best friends. Arihiko makes a tight fist for emphasis. There's no room for agreement or disagreement. Oh, really? It is such a coincidence that you two are friends. It sure is. This bastard is such a calm face, I'm wondering just when did he start getting along with Senpai? Arihiko glares at me while laughing towards Senpai. Absent-mindedly, I wonder if that's what you'd call being well-rounded. In the end, Arihiko forcibly convinces Senpai to stay for lunch. Well, since she brought her lunch, perhaps that's what she had in mind in the first place. Oh, Inui-kun, do you live by yourself? Nah, I live with my sister. Parents left us in charge of the house, so we naturally learned how to cook, that's all. Arihiko seems familiar with Senpai. He's able to talk to her more casually than I can. I've only met her a few times. By the way, Senpai, you said that you were called here by Tono. Did something happen? Yes, I ran into Tono-kun during the break. I wasn't hurt, but Tono-kun hit his head. And you came to see him because you were worried? You became worried? Yes, that's about right. Senpai's voice is brisk and pleasant to listen to. Since listening is more interesting than talking, I keep silent. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that as well. Might not seem like it from these videos and my penchant for rambling, but I'm the only one here, so I can do what I want. That's when Arihiko directs the conversation towards me. What's wrong, Tono? Running into someone? Don't tell me your anemia is acting up again. Arihiko's voice betrays his deep concern about my health. No, it's not that. I was running to the office to deal with some details for me moving. That's when I ran into Senpai. Really? Well, I guess your carelessness was at fault. Arihiko folds his arms and nods in agreement to himself. Tono-kun, are you changing schools? Senpai suddenly outburst, almost hysterically. Really? Why does she think I'm changing schools just because of that? I'm not changing schools, Senpai. I'm just changing my place of residence, so I filed paperwork for a change of address. So that means you're not going to be living alone? No, I'm just going back to my real home. It's that fancy place on top of the hill. I still can't quite believe it yet. Oh, could that possibly be the Tono-san mansion? Senpai asks with some hesitation. The Western-style house on the top of the hill is probably seen as something special to the residents of this town. I haven't been here there for 8 years, but even in my memories, the Tono mansion was ridiculously large. Yeah, that's right. I don't think it's the right place for me either, but it's too late now that I'm done moving. You don't seem too happy about it. It's not a particularly good or bad thing. I don't really understand it myself. Well, even if it is your house, it's been 8 years, right? I can understand when you're feeling restless. It'll probably feel like someone else's house for a while. I wonder if that's so. I haven't gone back yet, so I don't know. Well, I'm a bit relaxed since I've always got a refuge at your place. Listen, you, I'm not impressed with how you come to stay at my house every time something bad happens. I like your personality trait of not standing out, but I've hated how you've always been too reserved for a long time now. Arihiko strikes the table with a bang again. Well, everything Arihiko said is true, so there's no way to fight back. Inoue-kun, does Tono-kun really stay at your house that often? Yeah, he does. That damn Tono is too reserved towards his parents, and he would come to my place every long vacation. He's reserved towards them because they're taking care of him. That's why he came over to my place when we conveniently have an empty room. Since he looks pretty decent, my sister took a liking to him, and he shamelessly comes to stay with us without paying a cent. Arihiko's sister route when? Get on it, Nasu. You know, right after the remake comes out. Right. The first visual novel DLC. Now, I can't say that because I'm almost certain there's been visual novel DLC before, and that thought makes me sad. Although, to be fair, I guess fan discs have been around for almost as long as visual novels have, and those are basically DLC. The gaming industry. Arihiko's fist trembles, as if to say unforgivable. Taking care of Tono-kun? Arihiko clamps a hand over his mouth. Sorry. I should have thought before I spoke. Yeah, you should have. It's okay. You didn't say anything wrong. I continue to eat my bread without looking at Arihiko. Really? Yeah, you're right. If you complain about that, you'll be in for some punishment. Arihiko nods to himself in agreement. His overwhelming optimism is something I am truly envious of. Hono-kun, did you not get along with your previous family? No, that's not it. This guy had no problem with the Arimas. Oh, the Arimas were the family that took care of him. They're really nice people, and from what I could see, they're a happy family. Even so, he refused to be their adopted child, and he escaped to my place every vacation. Sheesh, just what were you not satisfied with anyway? There's nothing I wasn't satisfied with. It's just that I received so much from them already. I didn't want to be a further burden on them. I turn away, and all of a sudden, I realize Yumizuka is close by. Her eyes looks like she wants to say something, but it seems like she can't bring herself to intrude. What's wrong, Yumizuka-san? I leave Arihiko and Senpai and call out to Yumizuka. Yeah, something I want to talk to you about. Is now a good time? Sure. Can we talk here? Yumizuka's eyes flicker towards Arihiko. It seems Yumizuka isn't good at dealing with Arihiko. Is it alright if we discuss this in the hallway? I don't mind. I'm leaving for a while, Arihiko. Waving Arihiko and Senpai, I exit with Yumizuka into the hallway. So, what did you want to ask me? I'm sorry if I'm wrong about this, but have you been walking around at night at the business district lately? Business district? I rarely go there, even in the daytime, let alone at night. Her question is so entirely off that I became interested instead. At night, you say? Around what time? From what I've heard, past midnight. Midnight? Then that rules it out completely. I occasionally go out to the business district at night to buy something, but I've never been out into the city that late before. That's definitely not me. My household is old-fashioned, so they've got a curfew at 7. Can't get in even after that, even if you try, even if you cry. Since I don't even have to camp out, I don't want to have to camp outside, I try my death to get home before 7. I'm up front in denying Yumizuka's question. She smiles happily. Yeah, you know, the Arima family is also the head of a style of tea ceremony. That's right. Must be really strict for you, Tono-kun. Not so much strict as they like to tease me, eh? Yumizuka-san, you seem to know quite a bit. Are you a student of it? No. I don't really know that much about tea ceremony. I have a friend who goes there and she told me it was really strict. Oh, but Yumizuka-san, how did you know I lived with the Arimas? I haven't even told anyone here at our high school. You've forgotten that we went to the same middle school together, haven't you? Yumizuka giggles as she speaks. Huh? We went to the same middle school? I can't remember, so I can't say anything, but if that's true, then it wouldn't be odd if she knew I was entrusted to the Arimas. Yumizuka-san, maybe, It's okay, as long as it's not you, Tono-kun. Sorry for interrupting your lunch. Interrupting my words, Yumizuka Setsuki goes back into the classroom after saying this. Yo, is your conversation over? Yeah, Seems like she just got the wrong person. Hey, Arihiko. Yeah. Yumizuka went to our middle school. To say more, she was our classmate during our second and third year, and now in our second year of high school, making for 3 years total. Huh? As if he knew my question, he answers. How did you know I was going to ask? Because of that look on your face. But damn. Thought you were just ignoring her, but you actually didn't even notice her. She's really persistent. Maybe she's just eccentric. She's had to suffer a lot. Yeah, no fucking I'll say. Arihiko makes a difficult face and shrugs. Like, in terms of suffering in this visual novel, there's Kohaku at, like, way at the top, and then Sachin, because Sachin is best girl and second best girl, and doesn't get the credit for it. Sachin's great. Huh, I knew it. She's Tono-kun's girlfriend, right? What are you saying, senpai? Can she be? Sachin Rautwin. Nasu, please. There's no way that could be. I've never even had a proper conversation with her. No, there's no hiding it. You two look like you get along very well. I'm a little jealous. What's making her so happy? Man, if there's, out of all of the things I'm looking forward to, if there isn't ever a Tsukihime remake, when we see the dark side of the moon from standing on the earth, and the sun goes cold, and hell freezes over, and heaven is boiling hot, we will get that remake. Right, but I'm really looking forward to a Sachin route, the possibility of it. I know there's probably not going to be. It's probably going to be a fairly close remake with just the routes that it already has. Maybe some stuff expanded upon, maybe some stuff kind of expanded less upon. I don't know. I really want a Sachin route though. More than anything else, give me a Sachin route. And she didn't even get a proper route in Kagetsu Toya either. And that's like the main thing that game exists for, was to give Sachin a route, and it also gave the new girls a route. I don't care about them. What's making her so happy? Senpai looks at me with an excited expression. Senpai, Arihiko, you say something to this confused person here too. About what? I don't know what you and Yumizuka are up to. All I know is that we're having a merry conversation this morning. Yeah. A secret meeting in school in the morning? How bold of you, Tono-kun. Senpai is getting more and more worked up in an incomprehensible way. Well, whatever. After all, it doesn't matter to me if Senpai misunderstands. But you mustn't be so blunt there, Tono-kun. Mizuka-san looks kind of sad, doesn't she? You've got to give her more of your attention. Senpai, lunch is going to end soon. Yes? See you later, Tono-kun, Inui-kun. Smiling, Senpai leaves our classroom. Sigh. I feel a little exhausted. Tono, don't go after Yumizuka. Arihiko mumbles this with a stern face. Don't go after? Why? Listen, about Yumizuka. Despite her appearance, she's really shy and single-minded. She's not compatible at all with someone absent-minded like you. Hey, don't talk about Yumizuka that way. That kind of girl is dangerous to get really involved with. Arihiko goes back to his own seat. What is he talking about? It's not like I'm thinking of doing something with Yumizuka-san. Isn't it sad? I mutter to no one in particular and sit down in my own seat. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I think is where I'm going to end off this episode of Tsukihime. Next time, I believe we are going to have a conversation with Sachin the after-school conversation with her, as well as possibly reminiscing on an old memory. Maybe, but that might be for the episode after the next one. I can't say for sure. Well, anyway, I hope to see you next time.